Hi everyone, this is Renee. Hope everyone's having a good time, and let's talk about the vet sector updates. There's been a lot of chatter happening in the international education space concerning the dubious concurrent enrollments, which we did discuss in detail in some of my last videos as well. So ASQA has recently issued a sector alert for the ESOS providers, reminding them that all the providers, all CRICOS providers, they must meet their legislative obligations under ESOS Act, including National Code, with a particular emphasis on Standard 2 that talks about recruiting overseas students, Standard 4 around education agents, and Standard 7 on overseas student transfers. ASQA also encourages anyone who's got any information or they have any concerns regarding the compliance of these providers, specifically around these areas, to get in touch with ASQA through their portal, preferably ASQA Connect, and that kind of helps ASQA to monitor the providers more closely. This practice of unethical student transfer, we know it's not something new. It had been going on for a while, but some of the providers have highlighted that this increased last year, and partly due to the uncapped work hours for the student visa holders, which was an Australian government decision to address the Australian workforce shortages. But it's ending soon at the end of this month. From 1st of July 2023, student visa work restrictions are being reinforced, and they'll be capped at 48 hours per fortnight, as we all know. So the sector is hoping that the situation may get a little better, if not improve overnight, of course. And also, amidst all the ESOS reforms, Department of Education is seeking further feedbacks from the stakeholders concerning monitoring of education agents, which will impact this whole situation, and also the written agreements with the overseas students. To support CRICOS providers, what ASQA have recently done, they have published a guidance on written agreements with overseas students, because in the recent issues paper that was published by Commonwealth Ombudsman, it was identified that 41% of the complaints that were issued by overseas students, they were related to the written agreements, to student agreements. So ASQA has also suggested around the structure of written agreement in their guidance, which I believe is very handy, not just for all the running RTOs, but also the new RTOs who are seeking for the CRICOS registration. So this is a good time for you to review your student agreements to ensure they meet all the requirements of ESOS Act and National Code. Another great resource recently updated by ASQA for all the providers, not just CRICOS, for the domestic as well, it's guidance around working under supervision. Again, it's an opportunity to review your trainer under supervision arrangements, confirming you are meeting all the standards for RTO's 2015 requirements. Next is the first of the 10 new Jobs and Skills Council Skills Inside the Agribusiness JSA is up and running. Another JSA for mining and automotive sector, it's called Mining and Automotive Skills Alliance, that was also launched a couple of weeks back, and department has informed that 2 more JSAs will be launched in next few weeks, and the rest are expected to be there by July. So that's good news for the sector. Human Services Skills Organizations, they have developed new resources as well for the RTOs who deliver Cert 3 in individual support to help support the students with their mandatory work placements in this qualification. HSSO released the work placement guide last year, but now they have developed a number of videos that covers key concepts from this qualification. They've contextualized the videos to cover residential aged care, home care, and disability support work environments. Now, it's been a while since they released the videos, but I didn't get time to look through them until a couple of weeks back. So it's been 2 months that these resources have been on their website. So if you still haven't got the chance yet, I would definitely suggest to go and look, as they are very helpful resources for the students to help with their work placements. And these resources, the access is totally free. So what providers they need to do is they just have to register for their expression of interest on HSS website to have an access to these resources. And also the employers who deal with the students for the placements, they can have access to these resources as well. With the industry events, a lot is happening. There are so many events that have been happening for a while. I've missed a lot of them, and WET Business Summits by ITECA in major cities, including the ITECA WET conference, which is happening this week at Gold Coast. Unfortunately, I won't be able to attend that one, but I've got few friends who will, and I'll get all the details from there. Another one is 32nd NECWAT conference, which is upcoming in July 19 to 21st of July. Again, after pandemic, there was a gap, but this time it will be face-to-face in Melbourne. So looks like it's another interesting event which shouldn't be missed. And for WA-based ESOS providers, I'll be delivering a session in collaboration with Study Perth on 20th of June for international students, informing them about their student rights and their responsibilities under ESOS framework. So if you are a WA-based ESOS provider and you want your students to be aware of the ESOS framework, do send them to this event and register through Study Perth website. Alright, that's it for today, and now is Lego time. Today I won't be talking about the Lego. I have asked Summer to talk about Lego himself because I keep forgetting. Here he is.
This is a Blackbird SR-71. It was the fastest plane, and it is faster than a missile, so it was never destroyed.
That's it. Alright then, thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye.